Hello everyone. Today is the last day for our Play with the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. Vicki and I have given you several ideas this week, so that might be one you want to look at and order and add it to your stash. But for today's card, I am using this paper and this paper, so the two stars, or the stars and the matching blue. My sentiment is coming from Sending Smiles. I'm going to use a card to say hello. I'm going to be using some Night of Navy ink. I have a scrap of white that I need for my sentiment. Now let's see what else we need. For my card base, it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a Night of Navy base that's 4 by 5 1/4. I have two pieces of cardstock. One is boho blue and the other one is white, and it's 2.5 by 2.5. And I have two pieces of the pattern paper that's 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and then my scrap. So I will give you a few seconds to take a screenshot so you can make this card along with me. Okay, let's get started. And the first thing we need to do is we need to use our pattern paper and our cardstock. All right, so this is going to go on here and this is going to go on here. I chose to put it on the white because it would have, I don't think it would have popped it as well as it would have on the boho blue. All right, so then this one is going to go on boho blue. I have had so much fun with this paper. I don't even have the stamp set that goes with it. It's got the balloons that go with it. I've used it with so many stamp sets, so you don't have to have the stamp set that goes with it to use it. Now, this piece is actually going to go on as a diamond, and I may change it up and use it as a square just because I think I am, because the lines go across. When I picked it out, I didn't realize it. This piece we're going to cut in half. So I'm pulling in my trimmer, and I'm going to cut it this way because it's light down here, and I want my I want both pieces to have some light to it. Now, when you're going to cut in half on a diagonal, you're going to have points. So you're going to put your points in your cutting channel for each of them. Put your blade in the middle. Cut down, hold it tight, and cut back up. If you come down, now see, it didn't go all the way through. You know what? I'm not going to chance it. I will pull it apart and trim it. Yeah, okay, I can't do that. I should have gone up and down a couple of times. Well, it does not want to do it in the middle. Darn. Let me try it again. I got it that time. I heard it. Okay, and I can just trim that up a little bit. Oh, it's just fuzzies. It's fine. Okay. You don't want, when you're cutting a point, you don't want to pull your blade down because it'll mush your point. So start it in the middle. All right, now we need the piece of Night of Navy, and I chose to go with Night of Navy because I wanted this to really pop, and the navy will make it pop. So one piece is going to go there. One piece is going to go here. And then this piece is going to go here. And it's supposed to go like this but since my paper has lines going across it, I think it's going to go that way. So I'm going to do it that way. So let me get my pieces put together and onto my card panel. And I'm going to center this as best I can. Oh, come on, don't stick yet. Don't stick, don't stick. Pull it up. Let's see. There we go. Much better, much better. Whew. I was a little worried there. You know, we all struggle sometimes with mistakes and things not matching up. So don't be hard on yourself. Because as you can see, I mean, I've seen some of the best demonstrators have issues. A lot of times people cut it out, so that's why you think, oh, they're such a good stamper. I'm going to put this on this way, and I'm going to put it on with dimensionals. If I can find mine. Almost dropped that. That would not have been good. I've done that before. Thank heavens I have luxury vinyl plank flooring up here. And I tested it out before when I was building the house, before I chose it. They gave me a sample. I took that sample, and at the time I wasn't living down here. I was living with my friend. I was living in Maryland still and coming back and forth. And so we brought it, I was staying with my friend. We brought it to her house. We tried StazOn, read everything, and most of it wiped off, but they did have a cleaner, and I've got to get some because I've got glue and spots on my floor, that worked. It took StazOn off. So I knew this was the floor for me. So that's what I chose. You gotta do your research when you're building your house and see what works, or when you're remodeling, choose a flooring that is easy to clean, because if you have classes or anything, you will have ink pads on the floor and everything else. All right, so there's my card base. Now it's time for my sentiment, and I'm going to stamp it in navy. And I pulled over a punch that's retired to see if it works, and hopefully it does. Ooh, it's very close, but I'm going to use it. All right. I love punches for this reason. And this is going to go on here like so, and it's going to go on with dimensionals. So that way it pops up and is noticeable. All right, let me... All right, let's see. It's cut off a little bit, but that's okay. All right, now there we go. Clean and simple, but I'm going to pull in some rhinestones because it needs some bling. All right, come on. There it is. So I'm going to add some bling on here. I'm going to move to this one so I can use up these. Well, that one doesn't want to come, and now I need a little one. And then I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to use a middle-sized one. I'll stick it there, and a little one. always add your embellishments in odd numbers. Okay, more pleasing to the eye that way. So there's the front of the card. And I went back to an old set that had stars in it to mimic the stars on the front. And I stamped the inside in the envelope. I hope you enjoyed today's card. Make sure you come back next week because we'll be using a different pattern paper and you'll see some more ideas with that. It will be a paper that is on sale. So maybe if you've taken advantage and bought some of the paper, you can follow along and make our cards. Have a great day. Bye.